Jesus, first thing I see coming through the gate, poison ivy under the trees. Well, I'm hunting in a large field that's divided into 3 different fields. Each of the fields is about 20 acres each. Got field 1 there in the distance. I'm standing here in field 2 and you can see how high the grass is. And there off in the distance is field 3. And that's where the first hunt of the night is going to occur. And here I'm standing in the same place using thermal, gazing over into field 3. And all those little dots out there that are moving around are going to be hogs. Here I've moved to the fence between fields 2 and 3. And it looks like there's going to be a lot of hogs out there.
And it is still twilight.
And as I mentioned, it's still kind of light at this point. And there are a few more hogs. Those are going to be some smaller hogs. And as it got darker, I moved out into the field with the hogs. The wind is in my favor at this point. And for the hogs way over here to the left, I can't shoot at them because of the oil field equipment. So it's going to be the hogs off to the right that I'm going to go after with my Lone Star Armory TX15 multi-purpose carbine enhanced, through which the opening shot is going to be with Barnes TTSX 100 grain bullets loaded by Druid Hill Armory and a Starline brass that my buddy Denny provided for me, and follow-up shots are going to be with Hornady SST 123 grain factory ammunition. Alright, here we go. I believe that is the same hog I've shot twice, and I'm going to let it go because it's got arterial spurting going on. I drop that hog in the high grass and it disappears. The third hog disappears. And after the shooting was done, I went out, set up my shooting sticks as a marker post, started running transects, and after an hour, I was unable to find any of the hogs. However, this first hog looks like it has good arterial spurting. I am confident that it is dead. I cannot say the same for the other 2 that I shot. Moving on to the next property. Got a single bore. And I need to get through a gate if I want to get any closer. But since it's moving off to the right and it's going to disappear behind a barn off to the right, I'm going to shoot from right here. It does a little security check, but the wind is in my favor, so no problem. Alright, here we go.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
The hog taped in at 130 pounds. Now, being something of a geek, I thought it was interesting that the point of aim was about 11 inches different than the point of impact, so I ran some calculations based upon the flight time of the bullet to get there at 175 yards, and came up with the boar was walking at about 3 miles an hour when I shot it, and that resulted in the difference in the point of aim and the point of impact. Now, had I tried making this shot by aiming directly at the shoulder, the shot would have impacted pretty much in the gut of the hog, and this hog would have taken off, and it possibly would have been lost. No surprise, the TTSX bullet passed all the way through after less than 12 inches of penetration. All the hogs I shot and recovered this evening were smaller, and none of the bullets were recovered as a result. They were all pass-throughs. After checking several more properties, I returned to start my circuit over again, and here I'm at the first field. And I'd spotted a hog out here earlier, went back to the truck, got my rifle, came back, and now I can't find the hog. I've got deer out in the field. So I keep scanning. And that looks like it's going to be my hog. Now the wind is in my favor, so I'm going to stalk directly towards it. At this point, I still don't have a positive identification. The ears look good, the head looks good. I want to see a snout. There's the snout. I'm good to go. Finding hogs in high grass can be really tough sometimes. I knew almost exactly where this hog was, and despite walking out to it and standing within 5 feet of it, I could not see it. But fortunately, I could hear it because it was going through the curly shuffle. I took 2 steps over to the right, and the hog appeared before me. He turned out to be a 140-pound boar. Got him loaded up in the truck. and was driving past field number 2 when I spied what I thought were hogs out in field 2. Got out, got a better look at them. I think those are going to be more hogs, so I made my stalk out towards them. And I've got limited visibility once again due to the high grass, so the big question is, do I try shooting the hog that's in the distance and dropping it and then picking up the close hog as a runner, or do I just shoot the close hog as a sure thing and take my chances? I took the close hog as a sure thing, and much to my delight, the second hog stopped and I dropped it right there. Unfortunately, it was in the trees and in the poison ivy. I found the first hog. It was the largest hog of the night. Turned out to be a 160-pound boar. And this is the best image I can get of the second hog without going through a large patch of poison ivy. So this is my zoomed in image in the dark, and you can just make out the shape there in the distance. At this point, I called it a night with 8 shots fired, 7 hogs downed, 4 hogs located, and 3 hogs actually recovered. Just real quick, I'd like to give a shout out to my buddies Tim and Jim. They were hunting about an hour west of me at the same time that I was hunting, and they got their first hog ever. Congratulations, boys. Carpe sus, my friends.